In this video, I'm going to be trying out 3 different anime tower defense games that are dead, finito, wiped off the face of the Roblox platform in 6 feet under in an attempt to find out which of the 3 is best and if they deserve to go down the route that they did. So with all that being said, let's get right into the video. Alright, this is going to be game number 1 and this is Tower Defense Shinobi. So in order to keep it fair, I will only play each game for about 30 minutes or so, just so I don't get too invested into one game and try to favor it over the other. So, Tower Defense Shinobi. Seems like a tower defense game with only Naruto units. That's AFK teleport, I don't want that. Right off the bat, this seems pretty low quality. There's no sprint animation, and the walking animation does look pretty stiff, as well as no dashing. There's only double jumps. And inbox. Okay, do I have anything over here? Nope. If there's nothing here, then why is there a big exclamation point there? Active rolling. So I have 450 Narutos and 300 coins. I'm assuming the Narutos are this game's form of currency. Let me go summon. Yeah, so we can afford exactly 110 summon. Let's see what we get. Summoning animation is definitely different. This is very reminiscent of the ASTD summoning animation, I'll say that for sure. Definitely reminds me of that. And it seems like we got some 3-star units. Did we get anything remotely good? How do I get out of there? Yeah, all 3 stars. Well, that's good enough for me. Let's equip the GOAT Naruto, Rock Lee, and those are basically the only 2 that we can equip. It seems like there's different characters, though. Pretty sure she's from Fate. So I'm assuming that it's not just Naruto, but let's get in game and actually try out these units. I just realized as I'm checking the Twitter codes thing so I can try to put codes in for currencies, the boss in Nick Carl, that is the Twitter handle for Brandon, the guy who runs and owns ALS. So he made this game. I checked the group for this game. Boss is Epic or something. That's Boss Studios. That's one of Brandon's groups. So this is one of his games. And I'm assuming it's a one of his first games for sure, judging from the quality. Definitely seems like he abandoned it. And he definitely came a long way from this to ALS, I'll say that much. But that's a little funny thing that I noticed, I thought I'd point out. I'm having a little trouble finding where the actual play button is. I can't teleport anywhere, I can only teleport to summon. Oh, story mode's over there. Alright, now we're gonna make our way there. Alright, here we are in game. We are gonna go with easy mode since I don't want to lose. And let's force start. The map it's cool. I mean, I'm trying out the game more. The UI and everything seems very unintuitive and old and dated. But to this game's credit, it came out in 2021. So I'm not expecting anime Vanguard's levels of quality here. What I'm also expecting are for the enemies to come. But where are they? Am I blind? Okay, yeah, skip wave, sure. Where are the enemies coming from? Oh, I see now. So they should be... Oh my god. The models for the enemies are just not loaded in. And I know it's not my internet. Okay, let's place Naruto. Go get him, Naruto. What the fuck is Naruto doing? Hello? Okay, go get him, Rock Lee. There you go. At least Rock Lee's doing something. What? Why is Naruto doing nothing? Actually useless, whatever. Alright, go get him, Rock Lee's. Are we gonna survive that? Yeah, we are. It seems like this game has just been completely abandoned, because it doesn't even seem like it functions. The enemy models are just not here anymore. And let me check my Wi-Fi. Yeah, I mean, I'm on 100 ping. I'm fine. That's more than enough ping to play a tower defense game. And yeah, UI pretty dated. VFX, you know, not out of this world per se. Let's try upgrading one of our units. What? Why is this dude going backwards? Oh, I'm stupid. Is Naruto a summoner? Is that why he's not attacking? Well, that makes more sense. And I bet I'd understand it a lot more if I could see what he's actually summoning. But yeah, maybe Naruto's a summon unit. Let me just place another one right here. It doesn't seem like he attacks. Yeah, he's definitely a summoner. In my defense, how was I supposed to know that when the game does not explain anything to you at all? Kind of just puts a damage stat. Like, just put stats on the field for you. I will say, Rock Lee, my GOAT, carrying us through this stage. And there are 12 stages, so I guess we're just going to play through all 12 rounds. What do I think about this game so far? It is definitely a product of its time, I'll say that much. It did come out in 2021. I don't even remember what I was doing in 2021. That was 4 years ago, so I would have been 14 years old when this game came out. And when I was 14, what video games was I playing? I was definitely on Roblox. I just don't think I was playing tower defense games. 2021. Yeah, I don't know, man. Time flies. But I'll tell you what, I do not think 14-year-old me would have been very impressed with this game. And 18-year-old me is also not that impressed with this game. But like I said, I am going to cut them some slack solely on the fact that this game came out a very, very long time ago. I'm going to try placing units closer to the start so I can try and get these waves done faster. So we have Kid Naruto, Teenage Stone Gi. Stone Gi. What the fuck is this? I mean, they don't want to get copyrighted, right? And these enemies are definitely getting stronger. We're going to have to prepare ourselves here. Boom. Let's get Rock Lee up to that next upgrade. These damage numbers are a little funny. 72.199999999. I can't even. That's too many nines. He's doing, like, why couldn't you just say plus 72 damage? I definitely think Brandon learned a couple things from this game. Like any craft that you have to master, your first attempts are probably not going to be that good. Now, I'm not sure if Brandon himself actually codes and makes games. I believe he's more of a manager / investor. I think of Boss Studios in the same way that I think of Dubig Studios on Roblox, which is just this really big entity that buys Roblox games and, you know, basically just uses them for profit. Although I'd say Boss Studios is not as bad as fucking Dubig for sure. But here we are, Rock Lee. He's beating their ass. Damn, maxed out Rock Lee is carrying 146 damage every 3 seconds. He is one-tapping literally everything that shows up. And I am absolutely here for it. Why can't I... Oh, can't place more of this unit. So it does seem like we've reached the placement cap. It does seem like they have one of those. So let's just place a Rock Lee right there. Upgrade him some more. And we are about to be on wave 12, which is going to be the last wave. And that'll conclude our time playing this game. What is my final review? This game is ass. This game is not good. But like I said, don't take my opinion as fact because, like I said, very old game. So judging them on the same scale that you'd judge a modern day tower defense game is completely unfair. Maybe at the time this was really good. It has like 7.8 million visits. So maybe back when it was popping, it was good at the time. But I'll tell you what, for now, it is definitely not anyone's cup of tea. This game currently has 0 active players at the time that I'm playing this game, and for good reason. It's just outdated and abandoned, right? Last time that it was updated was in God knows how long. And Brandon has definitely moved on to bigger and better fish, cough cough ALS, and it seems like the match will be ending soon. Uh-oh. Are we not going to take out the boss? Uh-oh. Well, he's going to die to the Naruto summons, I assume, right? And if he doesn't die to those, he's definitely going to die to our Rock Lee right here. Boom, you won. 100 fish stakes, 100 yen, 50% XP. You will not be seeing me play this game again. Shinobi Tower Defense, you are definitely the game of all time. And now we're going to move. Next game on the chopping block, the one, the only, the infamous Anime Realms. Here we are, the Anime Adventures ripoff in the flesh. And I haven't checked this game out in a while. They're on update 2. Probably their last update as well, since I doubt this game's ever coming back. Let me just claim whatever I can claim. Can't claim anything here. Well, let me grab that real quick. Let me grab this. This. I feel so bad for anyone that actually spent money on this fucking piece of shit game. No offense to any of the OG developers. I'm sure they worked hard on this, but after it got taken over by the new team, yeah, not much of a bright future for this game. Oh, we got a shiny Goku. Okay, yeah, you'll never see me buying Robux for this game. Or buying gems for this game. Jiren is cool, I guess. Cool looking model. Let's look at the units. Shiny. So I do have Ghetto. I have played this game a little bit before, as you can see. Definitely do have some units. I'm not a complete beginner. Where's my shiny Goku, though? Is he just Did he just get auto-sold? I think I did auto-sell him. Oopsies. Who is this guy? You're Urio. Is that from Bleach? Definitely from Bleach. I will say, it's kind of funny how this game has more, like, better models than fucking Anime Adventures, just because theirs actually looks like the game. It looks like the anime. So, I guess Anime Realms has them beat in that department. Let's go do a level of story mode, if I even have the, like, patience to do it. Because this game, it is a literal one-to-one copy of Anime Adventures, and that means it also copies all of its shortcomings. Story mode is a slog, and it is a slog for absolutely no reason, so I'm kind of just sitting here like a chore, having to do it. I will say, Ghetto's cosmetic is pretty cool. I like the little dragon that flies around me. Is that what it is? Yeah, it's like a little dragon. This map definitely got changed. This map did not look like this when I first started playing. And we don't have enough money to do anything, unfortunately. Here are the soldiers coming in, nice and slow. And unfortunately, we don't have any units that we can place on the ground besides Yuji, I think. Yeah, Yuji's ground. Okay, let me place my Yuji down. VFX are cool. This is definitely a step up from the last game, Tower Defense Shinobi. But once again, this game came out in, let me check when this game came out. Yeah, it came out in 2024. So, very recently, this is a recent game. Pitting this up against Tower Defense Shinobi, which came out 3 years ago, is definitely not the fairest comparison. So, I'm not going to sit here and harp on that too long. But I will say, Anime Realms had a lot of hype for maybe 2 weeks. This is one of those games that really, it came and it went. And at the time, a lot of people were hyping it up because we did not know if Anime Adventures was ever going to come back. So people were playing this game and they're like, oh my god, yes! Anime Adventures is so back. I'm going to grind this game. I'm going to relive the glory days. Little did they know, the glory days were coming right back with the original game, except the original game was going to fucking die in 2 months. Really unfortunate to see how Anime Adventures went down. To be fair, they did it to themselves. They definitely did it to themselves, because they had plenty of chances to give the people what they wanted and innovate and make the game fun. They just fucking chose not to. So, that's on them. That's the best way that I could describe the downfall of Anime Adventures. Just failure to do enough. You know, it was too little too late. By the time that they did start adding things that we wanted, most people had already moved on to Anime Vanguards. So it's kind of like, what are you going to do? Some of the devs are cool, though. What's his name? Chow, I believe that's how you pronounce his name. He's like one of the only developers that I've had contact with, and he's a super cool, respectful guy. Shout out to him. But Anime Adventures, that shit's dead. I mean, it's not dead. Let me pick my words a little more carefully. Dead are the games that I'm playing right now, which have under 100, 200 concurrent players. That is a dead game, especially when you compare it to how much they had on release. Anime Adventures is still holding its own very, very well. They had like 9, 10K at the time that I'm recording this video. That's far from dead game. But I feel like anyone that's still playing Anime Adventures right now is a victim of the sunken cost fallacy. Now, what is that? Sunken cost fallacy is when you've invested too much time into something to let it go. In this case, it's Anime Adventures. All the people that are still playing the game, at least in my opinion, are only playing it because they've spent too much time and money on the game to consider quitting it. Like, what's his name? I was scrolling through TikTok, and I saw this one content creator. I think his name is Dio Grinds. He's like a TikTok content creator. He like live streams on TikTok. He was playing Anime Adventures, and he fucking had on top of his stream, Anime Adventures is better than Anime Vanguards because Anime Vanguards is just a one-to-one copy of Anime Adventures. And that is honestly some really great rage bait because it almost got me. When I first read that, I was like, yeah, there's no way this dude is a legal adult. And he unironically thinks that. And then I thought to myself, wait, this is rage bait. I'm falling for rage bait. Silly me. Let me turn my thinking cap on and actually use my brain. What type of sane person would actually think that Anime Vanguards is a one-to-one copy of Anime Adventures? That's right. No sane person would. So then I thought to myself, yeah, he's just rage baiting. Also, are my Yujis even enough to deal with this? Damn, that almost beat us. And it looks like we are reaching wave 15. This should be the last wave. And come on, guys. I need y'all to lock in. Attack. Boom, boom, boom. Come on, get him. Yes. 2 more hits. Take out these really long-headed aliens. Boom. Just like that. Act is done. And so is my time playing this game. Enemy Realms, I will not miss you. And Mo, I don't know if he bought this game or stole this game, but Mo, the new owner, is just not a good fucking person. But that's it from me for this game. Let's move on to the next. And for our last game, we are playing Anime Stars Tower Defense with a whopping 10 concurrent players. And this is a pretty underground game, honestly. It only has 150,000 visits ever. And for the quality, like, I'm hopping in game right now, and just off of sheer quality alone, this game is low-key underrated. I like the UI. I like the fact that I have a little stance. Looks like this kind of reminds me of the Gojo versus Sukuna stance, and you know, Gojo's like this, and Sukuna's like that. Then you have the little fucking Lady Gaga song. What is that? Banner type, basic. Looks like I don't even have enough gems for a 10 pull. Great. Should I do the limited? Okay, well I don't have any JJK coins, so yeah, great. Let's just do a normal pull. One Boruto, one Koro, one Lami, and one Koro. Okay, cool. Let's equip some units. Equip you. Is she a farm unit? She's definitely a farm unit, isn't she? I mean, it's Nami. Why wouldn't she be a farm unit? Okay, I take it back. This UI is kind of ass. Why am I still stuck on banner? Take this off. There we go. Level milestones. Yo, these dudes were on it. How long ago was this game made? This game was made in 2024. Never mind. I was going to say, like, these guys were the OGs, but came out pretty recently. Boss battles. Saber boss event, huh? Does this remind you of any other games? Literally like 1-to-1 copy. We have a team event. Whitebeard versus Blackbeard. Okay. I will say, this game is definitely a step up from Anime Realms and Tower Defense Shinobi, but like, can you really judge Tower Defense Shinobi? Those poor dudes, like, came out 3 years ago. Oh, what the heck? That's cool. Conquest. What the fuck is this? I like this. So you know what? We're going to do Conquest. Forget the story mode map. Conquest seems a lot more interesting to me. It has a map and everything. That's dope. You know, although this game isn't the most original in the world, I'll commend them for what they do right. Conquest seems cool. Let's start this up. So how much money do I start with? 2.5k? That is perfect. Let's just be greedy. Greed, greed, greed. Okay, that's all the farms we can place. Where are the enemies? Oh, there they are. Boruto, go. Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm just not equipped to handle this at all. Oh, voice crack. I'm not even going to bother cutting that out. I am just not good enough to handle this. Oh, my days. Oh, my days. I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm just going to die, aren't I? Yeah, okay. You know what? Let's go into the actual beginner game mode. Let's just cut back to when I'm in the game mode I'm supposed to. Alright, we're in the game mode we're actually supposed to be in now. So that should make things a little easier for us. Let me just place my Namis down, get some money, start this up. Why can't I place, like, where's my third Nami? I just can't place her? Okay, whatever. Where are the enemies coming from? Place my goat Zoro. He should be able to take care of that. Nice, nice, nice. I could have sworn I could place 3 Namis. Now I can only place 2. I'm spamming this and nothing's happening. Okay, whatever. I guess I just will only place those. Let me see. Can I upgrade her? Wait, does she attack? Am I stupid? Oh my god. No way she's not a farm unit. And I just assumed that she was. Alright, go attack them then. Yeah, she's not doing shit. Great. Naruto, go. Naruto, place. Naruto! Why can't I place my units? I have enough money. Why are they not placing? Hello? This game's a little buggy. Hello? Place. Why aren't you placing? This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Okay, can I at least upgrade my Zoro? Why am I just not allowed to place anything? I can't upgrade him either. Why? Okay, well now he's maxed out. Can I please place the units that I have? Is that something I'm allowed to do? Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, this is either a hidden game mechanic or this game is just fucking buns. But I am just not allowed to place anything. Well, this is perfect. Not a very good first impression, Mr. What game am I playing again? Anime Stars Tower Defense. Your lobby surprised me. You know, you gave me a pleasant surprise, and now I'm just getting pleasantly screwed. by your lack of being able to play the game. Alright, I'm going to try one more time before I give it the final full-fledged review. And maybe that was just a fluke. Maybe that was a bug. Let's try that again and see how... Alright, we're back. And if it doesn't work this time, I am not going to bother playing. I'm going to place a Nami. Place another Nami. Okay, I place a third Nami. Okay. You can place your units on top of each other. That's different for sure. Don't know what Nami does. Honestly, I don't care. Let's just place our Zoros. Boom. 1 Zoro. Boom. 2 Zoros. Boom. 3 Zoros. Now I'm liking what I'm seeing. This is good. This is good. Now, I am still confused as to what exactly Nami does. Because it says GPW 200, GPW 350. So does that mean she does damage? Clearly she doesn't, though. She just lets the enemies walk by. Uh-oh. This guy got through. Naruto, go! Alright, let's see. How far can I upgrade Naruto? 40. That's not that much. Alright, we need you guys to lock in. Go, go, go. It seems like these enemies are overwhelming us, and this is literally the first stage of Marine, or like whatever this map is. So, things are not looking great for us. Boom, boom. Let me just place all my Narutos down that I can possibly place. They're literally my last line of defense here. But they're doing 40 damage every 1 second, which is pretty decent SPA. Also, this game has keybinds. Revolutionary change here. Ooh, look at that. What do these guys do? Okay, I'm going to sell all of them. And I'm going to place them somewhere where I know they can attack, just to see if they actually do anything. Literally doing nothing. Well, what happens if I upgrade them? Boom, boom. Your max. Boom, boom. Okay, you get a lot of money. Why do I have 20k and everything is so cheap? Or I think a bigger concern should be, how come these Namis don't do anything? What are they supposed to do? It's a little weird. But we maxed out all our defenses, so we can't just... We can... Blah, blah, blah. Why do I keep stuttering? This game is altering my speech patterns. I don't know what's going on. As I was saying, there's not much that we can do here because all of our units are placed and they're all maxed out, but we still have 44k left over. So this game definitely needs to fix its economy, although I don't think they care. When was this game last updated? 4/11/2025. Wait, what? Okay, wasn't that recent? I don't care. We got a trait reroll, we got gems, and we got +1 level. But for now, we are done with this game. So we just return to the lobby. But that is going to be it from me. We tried out 3 dead tower defense games, and you know, we'll give them all the honest rating. I think the best one we tried was Anime Realms, even though it's a 1-to-1 copy. Definitely a lot better than these 2 games, I'd say, because at least that one somewhat functions. I think the worst game was definitely Tower Defense Shinobi, because it's just old and outdated. This game's not that good either, though. With all that being said, that's going to be it from me. Let me know if you want me to do another version of this video, because I'm sure there's plenty of more dead tower defense games for me to try out. But for now, have a great day or night wherever you are. Stay tuned for more content, and we will catch you in the next one.